Asanteni sana. Kwa majina mimi naitwa Mama Roslinda na mimi ni mama ya Sifuna. Nina uchungu sana kama mama nikiongea leo. Nikikumbuka jana.
Welcome back to the News Media. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all understand that some weeks ago, Gachagua warned investors and tourists not to come here in Kenya for their safety because of the ongoing goonism behind the political space ahead of 2027 general election. So after Gachagua warned these tourists, yesterday on Wednesday, there was a chopper crash in Samburu that caused the death of 9 tourists, including the pilot.
4 Americans have died in a tourist helicopter crash in Kenya today. That, according to the State Department. Local authorities say that there were 7 people on board the aircraft total that was carrying guests from the luxury travel company and beyond. Search and recovery efforts are underway, but they are complicated by rough terrain and a fire at the crash site. Authorities are still investigating what...
Kuuliza Murkomen, vijana wawili wameuawa na polisi ambaye ulituma walokalao. Wewe hujashika hao upeleke kotini. Alafu unasema ati Kenya hakuna shida ya usalama. Ati there is no security crisis in Kenya. Iko. Itakuwa namna gani police service imeingiliwa na goons? Imekuwaje maofisa rogue police officers wana take over walokalao, wanapiga tear gas mpaka county commissioner? Kwa hivyo Kenya is not safe for tourism. It's not safe for investors. Lakini sisi wa Kenya vile hatuwezi hama. Nyinyi watalii mkae huko msiumizwe. Investors mkae huko. Lakini sisi wa Kenya hatuwezi enda. If the state cannot protect the people shall protect themselves. Katigua. The people shall protect themselves from goons and from rogue policemen. We have taken this nonsense for too long.
So right now, Kenyans are now attacking Gachagua for what he said some days ago. It is true that Gachagua warned these tourists and investors not to come here in Kenya, but you cannot combine what Gachagua said with what happened yesterday. At yo, Gachagua knows what caused the death of those people. At the end, anaweza jua ni nini ambacho kilifanya hiyo helicopter ianguke pale Samburu. How did he know?
Can Gachagua tell us what caused that helicopter crash at Mount Ololonkwe in Samburu County? Yes, Mr. Nool Mdaku, umefika wapi na na utafiti? Umesikia ni nani ameangusha watu na ndege? Gachagua mdomo refu, tell us nani amekosi plane crash? Wende unajuanga kila kitu venye ndege zinaanguka Kenya. Tell us something about ya Ololonkwe.
And this country now, I want to repeat to tourists and investors, you are not safe in this country anymore. I want to say tourists, you are not safe. Foreigners, you are not safe. Investors, you are not safe. Ambassadors are...
Sasa, huyo ndio tunaita kiongozi. Huyo ndio sasa anataka kuwa president. Huyo ndio sasa ule mtu opposition yote inategemea. Wakati nawaambia huyu Gachagua, wakati mwingine ni kama anatumia mafi kufikiria. Hii ni upuzi. Hii ni ujinga. Hata kama mko na vita na Ruto, unaweza ambia wageni, watalii, wafanya biashara, watu ambao wanakuja kutembea Kenya, unawaambia wasikuje? Are we at war? Kuna vita Kenya. When you tell tourists, visitors coming to Kenya, business people coming to Kenya, you are warning them that there is a problem in Kenya. Don't come. Unania gani? Unania gani? Hii ni upuzi? Hii ni ujinga. Sasa amefikia aje hapo? Amefikiria nini kuyatamka maneno haya? Na ni watalii wangapi? Ni wageni wangapi? Ni wafanya biashara wangapi wamemsikiliza wakiongea hivi? Na hawatakuja. Maybe they have cancelled from coming. How many Kenyans depend on tourism? Ni Wakenya wangapi? Kuna tour operators, kuna mahoteli, kuna watu wako na ma Airbnb, wageni wanakuja, sasa unawaambia wasikuje. Sabotaging the economy of a country. This country is not about Ruto. This country is ours. Kama unapigana na Ruto, tafuta nchi nyingine mpigane na yeye. Lakini don't sabotage the sector that is supporting Kenyans, my friend. Hapo munaweza chukiana na Ruto, munaweza pigana na yeye, but mambo ya uchumi wa nchi achana nayo. You are warning tourists, visitors coming to Kenya, investors coming to Kenya. As who gave you that authority? Vita iko wapi? Tunapigana wapi? Kuna nchi haina changamoto? Why are you scaring away investors, business people, tourists coming to Kenya? Kenya is the most peaceful country ever. What I want to tell people who want to come to Kenya, tourists who are coming to Kenya, investors who are coming to Kenya, what I'm telling you, welcome to Kenya. There is no problem in Kenya. There is no war in Kenya. There is peace in Kenya. What we have is such kind of politics ya ujinga. We are welcoming people. Sisi hatuna shida na wageni. Welcome. Musiache.
Tuache upuzi bwana. Gachagua warning tourists and investors in Kenya does not link him with the death of those 7 tourists that happened in Samburu. Mbona mnatusi Rigathi Gachagua? He just wanted tourists and investors to be safety, because by the right now, things are not okay in Kenya. Goons have taken over politics and security in this country of Kenya because they are being led by police officers. People are dying because of politics, because of goonism. An example, what happened during the weekend to Linda Wananchi people? 2 people died. A police officer alongside a woman, Siwalikufa. Alongside 46 people being hospitalized after injured seriously.
Asanteni sana. Kwa majina mimi naitwa Mama Roslinda na mimi ni mama ya Sifuna. Nina uchungu sana kama mama nikiongea leo. Nikikumbuka jana mama alifanya nini watoto wa wenzake. Mama, unapangia watoto wa wenzako na mapanga. Ni aibu kubwa sana. Sisi wa mama tunataka tupewe uongozi. Na sio uongozi wa kushika panga na kukata mtoto ya mwenzako. Kuna wale maafa yametokea. Kuna wasichana walibakwa. Ni aibu sana kwa mama. Mama, aibu sana kujiita hata mama. Haufai hata kidogo. Kabisa. Ni nini mnaogopa? Sisi tunajua kama hapa Bungoma. Juzi walikuja watu wa Kenya Kwanza wakitafuta kura. Hata wakija hakuna mtu atawapiga because tunajua Bungoma, tunajua Western. Ukija ni kama unakuja kulala na mwanamke mwenye ako na mimba tayari. Tunajua Western iko na mimba ya Sifuna. Kwa hivyo hatuna wasiwasi. Wewe kuja, uza sera zako, ukienda hakuna kitu utakuwa umeongeza, hata sio masikio. So we are saying, wana uoga gani mpaka waone lazima wafukuze watu wasikwe hapo. Na lazima waelewe kitu kimoja. Enjofune yenya kusa, so rayo kumukono wanyalata. Wakati imefika. Kabisa. Na wakati ya Sifuna imefika. Ni kama ndovu inataka kuzaa. Na pia mimi nataka niongee kama mama. Nikiaddress wa mama wenzangu katika hii nchi yetu ya Kenya. Sisi wa mama, naweza kuwa Mluya, nizae Mkikuyu, nizae Mjaluo, nizae Mnandi. Sisi wa mama hatuna ukabila. Na kwa hivyo kama kuna mtoto yoyote wa mama mwenzako ambaye amesimama, wewe kama mama support him. Msupport. Usikue wewe ndio unachukua mapanga, unapatia watoto wengine wa maskini panga, waende wakate watoto wengine wa maskini na upanga. Na yetu wako mahali pazuri, wamekaa mahali pazuri. Lazima sana Gladys Wanga. Mimi nimekujua. Nilikujua kama hauna kitu. Nilikujua ukitafuta. Utakumbuka wewe mwenyewe unajua. hata ukaja kwa nyumba nikakupikia chai ukakunywa. Kwa hivyo wewe ni mama na kujua vizuri sana. Ulikuwa mama mungwana, lakini tafadhali ilo pepo ambalo limekuingia tunalikemea katika jina la Yesu. Shindwe kabisa. Na tunasema kwamba wakati utakaa chini na ushike upanga kupangia wengine, wacha na huo upanga na wewe mwenyewe upate. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
So why are you people attacking Rigathi Gachagua? And before I play for you the video, please consider liking the video. When you like the video, you automatically show us your support on what I'm doing on this platform. And if you are meeting this channel for the first time, please kindly take a second of your time and subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, comment, share. Then don't forget to turn on notification bell for more updates daily. Thank you so much for that support of the like and also subscription. Can we listen to this statement from Rigathi Gachagua?
Will be amended to establish the Coroner General's office. The objective and aim of this amendment was to remove the burden of investigating suspicious and police action deaths from regular police channels and DCI. Further, the amendment of the Act was aimed at removing potential conflict of interest and ensuring absolute transparency in handling and explaining deaths and forced disappearances or fatalities resulting from the law enforcement operations. 4 years later, this promise has not been fulfilled. National Coroner Service Amendment Bill 2026 was officially published in the Kenya Gazette on April 16, 2026, and received by the Directorate of Legal Services in July 2026. It is currently at the introduction and pre-reading stage in the National Assembly, awaiting formal first reading and committal to the relevant departmental committee. Mr. William Ruto has also facilitated acts of transnational repression against foreigners in Kenya. More specifically, on July 24, 2024, 36 Ugandans, members of a Ugandan opposition political party, as part of a joint Kenya-Ugandan security agency operation, and were forcibly returned to Uganda. On October 18, 2024, 7 Turkish asylum seekers were abducted in Nairobi by masked men. Kenya later confirmed it forcibly deported 4 of them to Turkey in a joint security operation, citing bilateral ties, drawing severe condemnation from the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees and Human Rights. On November 16, 2024, Kizza Besigye, leader of another Ugandan opposition party, was kidnapped by Ugandan agents while visiting Nairobi. Kenya government officials claimed they were unaware of the abduction, but the Ugandan authorities maintained it was a coordinated action between the two governments. Tanzania journalist and human rights activist Maria Sarangi was on Sunday, 12th January 2025, almost abducted here in Nairobi. Prominent Zimbabwean constitutional lawyer and human rights defender Brian Kagoro was detained and deported from Kenya on February 22, 2026. Intercepted by immigration and national intelligence officers at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi, he was held for over 10 hours and subsequently put on a flight back to Johannesburg, South Africa. In March 2026, 2 officials from the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation were deported from Kenya amid a high-stakes dispute that arose in Kenya shillings 30 billion Kenya Railway city tender. Upon seeking a statutory review of the procurement process, William Ruto and Kipchumba Murkomen deported the complainants' local agents, clearing the way for their preferred entity, China Road and Bridge Corporation, CRBC, a company that has bagged procurement tenders worth 1.2 Kenya trillion since 2022 when William Ruto came to power. China Road and Bridge Corporation is the international conduit for corrupt proceeds in Kenya under the personal and direct supervision of William Ruto. I must say Kenyans are not safe, our children are not safe, investors are not safe, tourists are not safe, no foreigner is safe. And I must say, foreigners, investors, tourists, your own security starts with you. I ask the members of our development partners and foreign embassies accredited to Kenya to ensure that their staff and citizens are safe within the boundaries of Kenya. On protecting the liberties enshrined in our Constitution, William Ruto has breached the freedom of expression in Article 33 and the freedom of media in Article 34, Constitution of Kenya 2010. On 26 June 2026, 4 police officers from the dreaded Killer Squad, armed with AK-47 assault rifles, attempted to abduct the Standard Group Nakuru-based associate editor, Mr. Alex Kiprotich. This attack is a defiance to truth and total on the freedom of media, as stipulated in Article 34 and 35 of our Constitution. In the last 4 years, several media houses, including the Nation Media Group, the Standard Media Group, Media Max Network, and several journalists were subjected to online campaign and disinformation campaign by the government of William Ruto. Reports show that 24 cases of violence towards journalists were recorded during the 2024 Gen Z protests. The Kenya Kwanza Covenant pledged to root out corruption, guarantee financial autonomy for key oversight bodies, and enforce Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya on leadership and integrity. Mr. William Ruto has broken this covenant to the people of Kenya and instead orchestrated outright plundering of the country's resources for his personal benefit and enrichment. On 31st December 2024, Mr. William Ruto was ranked as the second most corrupt president in the world by the Organized Crime and Reporting Project. Transparency International Corruption Perceptions Index ranked Kenya number 130 out of 108 countries globally, with a score of 30 out of 100, reflecting persistent stagnation and public mistrust. Mr. William Ruto's administration has entrenched corruption as a way of life, and it remains systematic, pervasive, and deeply rooted in public service delivery and high-level governance. Mr. William Ruto's Western Hotel has been the leading recipient of government hospitality and catering tenders, securing 37 public contracts valued at hundreds of millions for the period ending June 2026. Contracts have come from state corporations, state departments, and county assemblies. It is clear that William Ruto is in competition with local entrepreneurs, where he flexes his executive powers and gives priority registration that enriches himself and his cronies at the expense of other hardworking Kenyans. I want to bring to the attention of the people of Kenya some of the biggest scandals that we have witnessed in the last 4 years. In the current financial year, State House budget has grown from Kenya shillings 8 billion to 18 billion Kenya shillings, an increment of over 10 billion Kenya shillings. These are the funds that are used to bribe the people of Kenya. And lately, sheikhs, private security officers, village elders, teachers, chiefs, etc. Under the e-Citizen, a special audit report by the Office of the Auditor General exposed major financial and governance weaknesses.
So why are you people attacking Gachagua? I'm just wondering. Gachagua is just trying to put the government of William Ruto on check. Gachagua's interest is all about the safety of the people of Kenyans. So nyinyi mnaona Gachagua akiwa warn that something bad will happen from the government of William Ruto to us, mnachukia ni kama mzaha. Yani mnaichukulia ni kama, I don't know, shida yenu inakuwa nini wa Kenya? Nyinyi hata muambiwa that pale msiingie kwa hiyo nyumba, kuna bomba hapo ndani. Nyinyi mnataka tu muingie hapo ndani mconfirm kwanza. So you wanted those tourists and investors to come here so that wapigwe, wauliwe, ndio wajue ati Kenya sio kuzuri. Gachagua was not wrong, Gachagua was right. Si wetu bado wanauliwa hapa Kenya, ama nimedanganya? Ama Gachagua alidanganya? 1 police officers and a Kenyan citizen. Si waliuliwa huko Homabay during the Linda Mwananchi attack. Walienda tu kuongea na Wajaluo, then what happened later on? Right now, Luos are fighting their fellow Luos in Nyanza region. And that is something that Ruto want. Ruto want to divide Luos through Gladys Wanga, Opondo Kaloma, John Badi, and Opio Wandai. Because those are the only people that are making noise, that are confusing Luos. Ati tuingie kwa serikali. Hii serikali ni mzuri. Jibaba alituacha hapa. mara tunasikia vizuri. Ni nyinyi ndio mnasikia vizuri, sio sisi. And Baba was not mad to leave 2 people in the government. You know what he was doing? You are now enjoying the fruits of Baba. So hii maneno ati Baba alituacha kwa serikali mara nini? Mbona huwa muongelelei the statement that Baba said that who told you that ODM will not have a candidate? Mbona huwa mzungumzii hiyo? It is not that Baba left you in the government. Baba said many things. Mbona hii ya who told you huwa amuongelelei? Kazi yake ni kutusi Rigathi Gachagua because Gachagua huwa anapigania watu wao wa Mount Kenya region. Yet you don't understand that when they were forming their coalition under Kenya Kwanza government, the agreement was that tukikusaidia kupata serikali utatupatia hizi viti. So when Gachagua is fighting for what they agree with William Samoei Ruto, Luos are calling Gachagua a tribal. Why? It is not that Gachagua is not happy because mko serikali. No. The problem with Gachagua is William Samoei Ruto because Ruto betrayed them. So nyinyi mwache kutusi Rigathi Gachagua when Gachagua is trying to wake up your minds. Nyinyi kila siku mnatusi Gachagua. Gachagua kuambia ukweli mnatusi Gachagua. So you people think that Ruto will pick Oburu Odinga as his running mate. Who told you? Someone that cannot even read a statement, a speech. How can he be a deputy president of this country of Kenya? Kwani Kenya is just, must Kenya be led by older people? Lazima tu. We want someone that can walk very well. We don't want a deputy president that cannot even read a speech, that cannot even speak. We don't want a deputy president that is tired. Kwani sisi tumeisha hapa Kenya? We have so many leaders. We have so many learned citizens at younger age that can still be the running mate of William Samoei Ruto. It's not a must that Oburu Odinga must be there because Baba was in the broad-based government. That Baba left some people, some ODM people in the broad-based government. That one does not mean that, And we know that deputy president ikitoka kwa Nyanza region, kwa ODM, ile kiti ya treasury ya John Mbadi itaenda. Mjue hiyo Wajaluo. So as you are fighting yourself, know that kiti ya deputy president ikitoka kwa ODM, whether Nyanza region or Western or in Mombasa, Rift Valley, mjue hiyo nini itaenda. Treasury itaenda, inajipe itaenda, watapatia wengine. And that is the reason why John Mbadi, Opiyo Ndai wanapiga kelele kila siku. Ati Baba alituacha kwa serikali, mara nini? No, nyinyi mwache kupiga Rigathi Gachagua. So some people are now abusing Gachagua for speaking the truth about the tourists and investors. Si mnaona saizi goons are under protection of Kenya police. Wanakuanga mbele na wapolisi wako nyuma. Mbona Abdi hajashikwa? Mbona Gladys Wanga hajashikwa? Aya. Mbona Opondo Kaluma hajashikwa? He was just summoned but hakushikwa kwa nini? Right now in Kenya, the law is only working for the people that are not supporting the government. How to? Anybody that ako kwa two-term, mara nini, law haimsaidi. How wako tu hapo? They don't follow the law. Law is only working for Kenyan citizen that does not support the broad-based government. How to? Wakifanya kitu, mapolisi wanawaendea. Like few weeks ago, Kagusha was arrested because of a political remarks that he made some weeks ago during the Olkalaubai election. Si alishikwa. Why not using the same speed to go and arrest Opondo Peter Kaluma also over his reckless statement that he made a day before Linda Wananchi people being attacked? Why? So right now law is working for only watu wenye wa two term 10 bila break. Lakini watu wa one term law is working for them. But what two term law is not working for them. They have been allowed to do what they want at any given time. Tukutane kwa video itakayofuata, wapenzi watazamaji wa Daniz Media. Remember to subscribe, comment, share the video, like the video, and don't forget to turn on notification bell for more updates daily. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki nyinyi wapenzi watazamaji wa Daniz Media. Remember to subscribe, comment, share the video, and don't forget to turn on notification bell for more updates daily. See you in the next video, my great viewers. Bye bye.